Because that's one thing we're learning today, that the soul and the spirit that keeps us alive with our breath, it never dies. We've been given the gift of divine and love, the gift from the Creator. Can you imagine being given a gift that you could never die? They said, well, what happened to the people when they say they're dead?
That's it right
and
there.
You put them in the grave. They just can't go no more. As far as they could go, the body, sometimes you break a leg, your heart the rest of your life. And then sometimes you might wind up in a wheelchair. And you can't walk, you got to roll the rest of your life. Yes, until that time. And when that time comes, the body just been laid in the ground. The soul and that spirit is still alive. Still alive and well. I know it sounds a little crazy. We got all the proof. How about that? The proof is in the pudding. Anybody eating in the pudding? On the right hand side. I love banana pudding and other pudding. What chapter we in?
Chapter 12. Man, this one on y'all because I did last week. So I think so.
Yeah. We live and kicking.
Oh, this is what we want. We
want talking back to him. I heard him in the
we want the voice of the Creator. Yeah. Come on. Oh, yeah. Bless us with this unique voice. Yes, you gonna bring. Yes.
Because there's something we don't know about spirit, but the spirits are powerful, and we got to be on point and in holy order, because if not, then that's how old Satan creep in every little crack and corner to get you. See? And if you ain't steadfast in truth, you'll cook goose. Bad as I used to say. You go. You know, lost your loved one or your sweetheart or your sugar down there. They are gone. Okay, and this is our beloved and holy prophet who taught us. You don't hear much about the noble Drew Ali, but he's up there on that wall there. All the great men that you see there, but that's him on the bottom left there. Noble Drew Ali. That's him right there. You've heard about, well, you know, Louis Farrakhan, and you know Elijah Muhammad, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Marcus Garvey. It's a whole lot of great men up there. A lot of great men up there, but you won't hear anything about, because there's a thing, what they call omission, and they don't want you to know. It's just like the governor down there in Florida. Remember, y'all watching news now, but he don't want no black history to be taught down there in Florida. Did y'all hear about that? But ain't that something? Hey, you want to teach us white folks' history, which we ain't got nothing to do with, and don't waste my time, please, trying to learn that. I don't want to know that. I want the truth. If you start out with the truth, guess where you're at? Don't it make sense? Don't it make sense? Chapter 12, Jesus teach the common people at a spring. Tell them how to obtain eternal happiness. See, we were just talking about eternal. How to obtain eternal happiness. How to go about getting it. Just like you go about your job and you working for money and you working, and at the end of the so many hours you expect to get paid. Is that right? Well, that's the same thing here going on. I'm going to show you how to obtain it.
Same thing working for the Creator. You get what you put in.
Yep. And I got a lot of work in. I'm striving toward perfection. Yeah, he might want milk and cereal. We don't know. We got that in there too.
That's what he needs.
Well, we got that in there
Hey,
too.
got a little orange.
Little orange. He might want a little orange. First verse. In silence meditation. Silence meditation. Jesus sat beside a flowing spring. It was a holy day, and many people of the servant caste were near the place. 2. And Jesus saw the hard-drawn lines of toil in every brow, in every hand. There was no look of joy in any face. Not one of all the group could think of anything but toil. See, this is what we're talking about. And I'm quite sure that somebody right now can bear witness that that's going on in somebody's life, if not yours. We can bear witness to that. Mm-hmm. But you would think out of all the people, you would find one happy camper. But not one happy camper. Now that's not good. I practice every day of my life with that right there. Every day, like today has been a beautiful day. I got up and did some help for some people. So I got to go back. I'm not finished, but I'm just saying. I've been in a good mood all day and doing a good deed. Remember what Super said? Deed and work.
Thoughts, words.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
3. And Jesus spoke to one and said, why are you all so sad? Have you no happiness in life? Question mark. 4. The man replied, we scarcely know the meaning of that word. Ooh, we toil to live and hope for nothing else but toil, and bless the day when we can cease our toil and lay down and rest in Buddha city of the dead. Oh, now it's getting pretty bad, ain't it?
And they hoping to die.
And let me
Sorry,
tell y'all something. When you think about right now, the Palestinian people, this is what they're going through with children, mothers, and all. Now, they don't need to be going through it. If the men have a problem, because the women didn't start that epidemic. But if the men has a problem, the 2 leaders, y'all duke it out, shoot it out. Don't drag everybody else in it. Do that make sense?
Good.
But they don't drag everybody in it. They catching hell, and over here we catching hell. Because the majority of our life is tossed. If the high gas price don't get you, the high grocery price will get you. Wherever you stop at, it's high. The tax is high. They're going up on 7 cents on the dollar. And she just showed me it depends upon what you get. Because I said, no, it can't be. And she showed me in living color. $8. Did y'all know that? The tax. It's supposed to be 7 cents on the dollar. But certain places you go, it's going to 8. And then now it moved up.
That's how it was in California.
Hey,
it was already that.
Hey, think about this. You wonder where it's going to stop at.
There you go.
And
We got no
remember, if
end.
you ain't rich and have plenty of money, it's going to catch you. It's just like cancer. It's going to walk you down. You get less of your money now than you did a year ago. See, And they keep running it up and keep running it up. For some reason, there's a cap on salary. People trying to make $1. They limit it. They got a cap on it. You leave that and look at the government officials, ain't no cap nowhere. They got money, honey.
And we're told because we can sink.
And y'all have the audacity to say, vote and say that y'all gonna look out for us? Huh?
Every election.
Every 4 years, this the best we can do? When you have a mind of your own and you should think for yourself and never ever allow someone else to think for you. And that's what Allah wants, and that's what He pleased with. That's why He gave us all a brain. He gave us all a brain and a head. And there's a reason for that. And it sits on the tip top. If you notice, the head sits on the tip top. Oh, it ain't too hot in here for a minute.
Oh, man.
And the guy they got it so bad till they just gonna be blessed be the day that they can lay in the boot of the city of the dead. They're not been to hell and back. 5, and Jesus' heart was stirred with pity and with love for these poor toilers, and he said, 6, toil should not make a person sad. Men should be happiest when they toil, when hope and love are back of toil, then all of life is filled with joy and peace. And this is heaven. Do you not know that such a heaven is for you? Ain't that beautiful? To be at peace. Peace be unto you. That's the greeting. In Islam, they don't say good morning or good afternoon or good evening. But they said, peace be unto you. Same thing if you read your Bible and you go back to where Jesus was, when he come upon the people, he said a few words, and that was the words he said. In English, it would be peace be unto you. In Arabic, it's as-salam. That's why you hear Muslims around here saying as-salamu alaikum, you know. And then it's another word, shalom. Seven, the man replied, O heaven, we have heard, but then it is so far away, and we must live so many lives before we can reach that place. See how people think?
I got a question.
Go ahead.
Have we all have heard of heaven, right? I would like to hear everybody's explanation of what is heaven, from what you have learned from your experience of life, from anything. Right. What is heaven to all of us?
Good, because we're talking about heaven right now.
I think it's like a peace of mind, a state of mind.
Okay.
Something that can be attained now.
That's beautiful.
Just keep it short.
Beautiful.
And it's one time growing up, when I was younger, of course, we was always taught from a Christian mindset that it's like this magical place in the sky.
Yes, indeed.
That's true, though.
In the sky, and then when you pass away, that's where your
That's where you go.
is going. That's where you're going. That's what they make you think. you know.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Right on.
Yes,
Right
ma'am.
on. Right on.
Yes, ma'am.
Childhood. It's supposed to be picture they painted.
Paradise.
Yes, indeed.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
And
indeed.
I appreciate the honesty. Mason, what's your heaven like
Right on.
right now? Tell us
Yeah,
about
we
what's your
wanna hear from
heaven
you
like
too.
right now.
Because you can talk, yeah, you got a mouth and you got a brain, yeah, you can tell us a little something. It might have been when you saw a little girlfriend or when you hugged her.
When you've heard the word heaven, like, and
Yeah.
I haven't really talked to you about that word, so wherever you might have heard it from, like, what was your thought about it? Could be anything that you was told or taught.
Anything
or
good.
From toys to no
one of your
toys to
friends.
hey, you like a whole thing of ice cream? I like to know.
One of your
It
friends.
could have been a robot.
Right.
Going skating.
Yeah, so when you hear the word heaven, what comes to mind? There's no right or wrong answer.
Sure enough now.
Go to when you die, like that place that represents peace or something.
Right
Hey,
on.
beautiful.
Oh, see, that's
Good job. Yeah.
Yes, it was beautiful. Everything that I heard is just so beautiful. And this what I thought myself, this magical place in the sky that when you die, this where you go if you're a good guy. But if you're a bad guy, then you went to the hellfire. They say that was down below.
Good point.
But BS is me, y'all. By and by and study. And the book says study to show ourselves approved. And by me hearing the preacher all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And then I decided to read for myself. Now there's a difference sitting there and you listen to the preacher from the pulpit. Because see, you ain't reading, you just listening. But when I read other books and read it myself, I saw a different view. And I learned that heaven is right here. You can have heaven overnight. When I read that and heard that, I said, man, it's all within. It's all about self and having inner peace. And making every day a good day, just like it was saying, not being sad, but trying to have joy and peace each and every day. I'm gonna cut it off right there. But this is what I made my heaven. And now I'm working on my health as well because I don't even want bad health. If I can and it can be fixed. And it can be fixed because I'm 73 right now and I don't get sick. I ain't been sick since 2012. Stop counting. Well, that's a long time, ain't it?
Mm-hmm.
And 73, you at the grave, right at the grave. Most 73 is in bad shape and on death row.
So they say.
Huh? But guess what? I got news for you. I'm turning everything back around because this is what I found out that you can stop. I need to hush let you get
Oh,
that.
no.
Go ahead.
I'm in here right now.
No, I need to hush.
Yeah, right. I remember as well, it was taught that it was somewhere that you had to go and reach, that you had to go and obtain. They took it out of your hands and put it in someone else's hands. You had to go and reach someone or have to go and meet someone to get to heaven. You had to go to Jesus to get to heaven.
Yeah.
Hey,
You
that's
go
a
to
good
Esau to
point.
get to heaven.
Oh,
That's a
yeah.
good point.
Oh, yeah.
Whereas the great elder just spoke. I mean, once you get to wisdom that teaches you differently, you understand
Mm-hmm.
that it's instantaneous. It's at will. Peace is obtainable through a thought alone.
Mm-hmm.
So I just heap floor to that.
That's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's beautiful. But we finna get a magnificent answer. And just as to keep it all in wholeness, that at least everybody have heard that you should get to heaven through Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
So today we are reading what Jesus said to us
That's right.
about heaven himself.
Yeah.
So let's see what Jesus told us about heaven himself,
Right on.
since we have to go through Jesus Christ.
Right on. Beautiful. All right. 8. And Jesus said, my brother, man, your thoughts are wrong. Your heaven is not far away, and it is not a place of meters and bound. Is not a country to be reached. It is a state of mind. Look at that.
He read it. He know. He remember. He do remember. He just came from heaven. Hey.
That's right. That's wrong.
Hey, you remember what we talking about
the
here?
name you gave.
Wow. Wow. So now,
Yeah, he said, brother, man, you wrong. It's not. It's all a state of condition.
yes, let's review it under that perspective.
Okay.
That we now have to get through heaven or get to God by way of Jesus Christ.
Mm-hmm.
So Jesus Christ himself told us heaven or himself is a state of mind.
That's right.
Now, when we read about the toilers who didn't know what love was and didn't know what hope was, wasn't experiencing joy or peace.
That's right.
But it says when hope and love are supporting your labor, that all life is filled with joy. Now, can we purchase hope? Can we go to the store and get a bag of love? So what does that got to be? Love, hope, joy, peace, all this is a state of mind.
Yeah, that's right.
No man can purchase the kingdom of heaven. So the reason why is the mind.
That's right.
And once we understand the physical self and the mental self, we can understand what we're speaking about heaven and hell.
That's right.
These things is just like Azrael is coming to teach us. Pure. He has no reality to what all that we are aware of.
That's right.
He come with his own uniqueness.
That's right.
And his own uniqueness is going to sort out what he wants to do with all the things that is presented.
Right on.
So it's the same way. We older now. We done heard a lot of things, but have a lot of things taught to us about our state of mind. And in our state of mind, this is where we can find our love.
Yeah.
It's not a physical body. It's not a boy. It's not a man. It's not a woman. It's not a female.
That's right.
What we've been searching for is a state.
That's right.
Not the 50 states.
That's right. Right on.
They copying something here.
Yeah. Yeah.
They call this the American dream.
Yeah.
Why? Because the states of mind.
There you go.
This is called the land of free.
All 50 states. Yeah.
Because we supposed to have a free state of mind. That we can think how we want to think. Hey, just like with Diddy going on, we can think how we want along with what's going on with Diddy. We don't know if it's true or not.
That's right.
But the facts are coming forth.
There you go.
And so we know things happen.
Yeah. Facts don't.
And so the same way, the state of mind.
Right on.
Now look at his state of mind right now.
Oh boy, they ain't good.
Wasn't it one time black
Sure.
excellence?
Yeah.
Now, do you think black excellence is on his mind? Because of what? If it was true, it wasn't love and hope behind it.
That's right.
But it was the opposite. Controlling, domination, and wanting to be the boss of everything.
Yeah.
So we have to make sure in our own lives that we don't rise ourselves so high.
Yeah.
That we forget about humanity, love, the things, the kindness, the acts, the generosity, the charity, the speaking gratitude words. These things being obedient to the law of creation who created us all for us to meet and greet.
That's right.
This is special moment.
That's right.
I didn't create you, you didn't create me.
Mm-hmm.
But we're learning coexistence and learning awareness of your experience and my experience, and we bringing something to this unique experience we call in life. We all got life at different ages right here,
Right on.
but we all are enjoying the infinitude.
That's right.
Now it's on us if we drag it to HE-double-L hockey stick, as they say,
Yeah.
or we take it to heaven.
There you go. Down, up or down?
Up or down. And so we finna come into a very understanding of what is this state of mind.
Right on. Right on. Right on. Yes, indeed. He knows.
He knows.
Y'all just learn. But while we at a state of mind, I just want to elaborate on a couple things here. Now, for some reason, they have conditioned our mind that we need Joe Biden or President Trump to fix our problem. Now, they've been trying to fix it. May I remind you that they've been trying to fix our problem, or they're playing around with it, for a mighty long time, and we turned to them to fix it. What they said, it's all what? The state of mind. If you have a mind, you supposed to fix that yourself. We ain't got no business waiting on nobody to fix our problem. And it's living proof that we have no allies because ain't nobody help us yet but Allah. All state of mind. And after when my son said this about the state, Georgia, Florida, Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, all them names ain't nothing but the state of mind. And they got signs that say Georgia, Florida, and you get that, you think you're there. Same earth, different names in different places in different spots. It's time to wake up. Nine, Allah never made a heaven for man. Did y'all hear that? When they said Allah, they talking about God. God never, but they has his name here, and that's why it said Allah. Allah never made a heaven for man. Somebody done lied, ain't they? He never made a hell. Somebody done lied again. We are creators and we make our own. There you go. There go that state of mind. Don't that make sense?
This is so beautiful right here. This is the understanding of how self created self. If y'all ever wonder, how did I come here? How did I get here?
Mm-hmm.
You created yourself. It's not no chance in law. You came to this existence because you wanted to come to existence to have an individual life. And you did that yourself. This is how powerful you are. That you created yourself, meaning that Allah is the name for that black people in ancient times called God.
Mm-hmm.
Right. You gonna see that strength?
Yeah, that spirit.
So ancient times, black folks called all things all. So when we were saying that if Allah didn't create heaven or hell for us, who did? And that's where self created yourself. You created yourself a body for yourself to live in. And this is what the hell could be, is the body, the physical body. the heaven is your mental self. These two Allah had nothing to do with. You had to do with you creating yourself to come into the existence called life. And you came from a infinite to a finite form. And this finite form, if we don't understand the laws that govern the mind, which is heaven, the laws of heaven and the laws of the mind are the same. So if we violate the laws of the mind, then the body's going to reap the consequence.
Right on.
So pain on the body is because an action was done mentally that created a mental pain.
That's right.
So when we disconnect from ourselves, we create the most horrific pain. Similar, I have never felt, but a woman giving birth. That's separation from self and self into a whole nother organism that is separate and can live now independently of her own organism. So this is what it means when we reach the Bible heaven in the parable, that the kingdom of heaven is like unto leaven, which a woman took. See, the woman is the imitation of divine law and natural law, how it comes into being. If man forgot who he was, the woman will always remind him because she is him.
Yeah.
So we would never forget, just by existence and laws of creation, who we are if we look who we came from. Because as we came from her, she came from him. So in this cycle, this is what we call heaven and hell. For man to become a body, he has to get with the woman. For a woman to become a mind, she has to come from the man. These two interchange in life, giving us the twin flame or the twin half or the soulmate connection that every woman knows exists, but the man is shy of it because he has not raised himself to follow the kingdom of righteousness. So the kingdom of righteousness is his mind being in a state of consciousness of all awareness of knowing how the masculine and feminine integrates. Not division as in birth. We're talking about unification as in conception. Once we conceive, that's of the mind. We can create our whole heaven through the mind and bring that from the mind into the physical by the body, the hands, the feet, the home, the environment. This is how we create our heaven, as you said, now. If the state of mind is good, then the body is going to be good.
Yeah.
If the mind is not good, no matter where the body's at, it could be in heaven. It will bring the opposite. So this is what it means when it says in Matthew 6:33, but seek you first the kingdom of God and his righteousness. His righteousness is his consciousness. Woman and man are supposed to unite into one flesh, meaning one law, one mind, one energy, as in how we came to be one through an act of two, birds and bees. So when we understand it, and all these things shall be added unto you. Everything in the womb was added unto you. It's not nothing when you came out the womb that you lack. You are not imperfect. People who are imperfect and never understood the laws of creation have said that to you. And when we are in this stage right here, we are very acceptable to any words.
That's right.
So this is why the conditions wants to be always in loving, because they are hearing the tones,
That's right.
sound,
That's right.
and it's making up the structure of how they're going to view the world.
That's right.
So we have to understand, for the kingdom of God is not meat and drink. It's not a physical essence. The mind is what gave birth to our physical body for us to enjoy God.
Right on. Right on.
All of law,
Mm-hmm.
not some or a part.
Mm-hmm.
You got the whole shebang right here.
Mm-hmm.
What is it that you cannot do? The greatest thing is to be able to bring a child in. If there's nothing greater than that, then what is?
That's right.
Then we're talking about teaching your children eternal life.
That's right.
Teaching your children perpetual youth. So now your children don't have bad health.
That's
They
right.
get to enjoy life to the fullest with a healthy state of mind.
Yeah.
And this is what we call the kingdom of God.
Mm-hmm.
And to say the kingdom is within, within the mind.
That's right.
Jesus answered and said unto him, verily, verily, I say unto you, except a man is woman and man.
Mm-hmm.
See, we come as female and male. When we integrate the male and the feminine within ourselves, man, the female and the male become man. This is the grandiose of our experiment. This is flesh.
Yep.
What's inside this is called man. And that's what woman is, and that's what male is. But we have to understand, I say unto you, except a man be born again, mentally, he cannot see the kingdom of God. It's not with flesh. It's a state of spirit.
That's right.
This is why men will say she looks good, but her spirit ugly.
Yeah.
Or she ugly, but she has a beautiful spirit. And a man would be with a beautiful spirit before an ugly spirit. So we're talking about a woman. She would be with a beautiful spirit before she with an ugly spirit.
That's correct.
So when we say spirit, we're not talking spookism. We talk about a state of mind. Does he love, care, and take care of himself? Does she love, care, and take care of herself? It's a whole environment and love and pushing the motion of that. These are laws that we have to adhere to, or we become Adam and Eve, disobedient, and now we come blaming each other. She did it, he did it, you gave her, you put us here, we don't know nothing. We created ourselves here. We had to find our way through our darkness, and we came and birthed ourselves into the light. This is what the teachings are telling us. We never made a heaven or hell, which is the grandest state that we know of down here.
Okay. 10. Now, cease to seek for heaven in the sky. Just open up the windows of the heart, and like a flood of light, a heaven will come and bring a boundless joy. Then toil will be no cruel task. How many are still seeking in the sky? You hear it all the time that Jesus coming back riding on a cloud to save us. He got to be bigger than the sun, because certain places people can't even see the sun right now. So that don't even add up mathematics.
I just want to point out.
Go ahead.
Just open up the windows to the heart. And say windows to your house. Let the sun come in. It's the windows to the heart. The closest place for me to Allah is in the heart. Here's where the Kabbalism come in. When they change how they put the heart as a symbol to creation.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's a whole nother point. Yes.
Man, that's a lovely,
beautiful
thought.
Beautiful.
Yes, man. Just the symbolism of how they put within to show you what the creator really is.
What the creator really is.
And where you can find him.
How can we love and not have a heart to love? This is what, if we open up our hearts, not anything else.
That's right.
And it tells you what love is, a flood of light. So when we talking about sunlight,
Yeah.
and then we talking about the S-U-N,
Yeah.
the S-U-N and the S-O-N is the same.
Mm-hmm.
We have to understand this. Just like mother and father are the same in the sense of form. Arm, leg, arm, head, that's not going to change. The sun and the S-U-N and the S-O-N, they flip this. So now we think we got to go through another being when you got to go through your own heart.
Yeah. Yeah.
The state is dependent on your heart.
Mm-hmm.
As we read, your brother, your thoughts are wrong.
Yeah.
Thoughts can be wrong.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Many wrong thoughts.
So what are we thinking? This is why we have to be careful of what we thinking.
Right on to the bone.
Because thoughts could be wrong. And so now when we're talking about love, this is a whole different ball game right here. It said a heaven will come. That's deep right there.
It sure will.
And bring a boundless joy. Then toil would be no cruel task. Now, what is the toil here? Because this is the work that we all feel.
The frustration or the whatever got you, that has you all shook up. That's the toil.
See, the toil and the work is on our own state of mind. This is where you must put the most work in while you exist.
There you go.
On perfecting your state of mind.
There you go.
How we look beautiful on the outside, you want your mind to be internally beautiful.
Right on. Beautiful. Right on.
So what the woman is on the outside, the man is supposed to be on the inside.
Look at it.
What the female is on the outside, the male is supposed to be on the inside. Matching that perfectness and exactness of the beauty and knowledge, because this is what knowledge and beauty is.
That's right.
They go together. Beauty was formed by knowledge.
Yeah.
So in that beauty, if we talking about in his and her heart, if we are working on self, then nothing should be cruel anymore.
That's right.
Because now you're not at a job. We're working on self.
Yeah.
You're not thinking about someone, you're working on your thoughts.
Yeah.
You're not emotion, you understanding what triggers your emotions.
There you go.
So when we're talking about boundless joy, that's an emotion. Joy is an emotion. That's not a thought. That's a feeling.
Yep.
You feel that. So thoughts are wrong, but feelings are right. Do you feel you in heaven? That's what. Why do we think we have feelings? The Creator didn't give us feelings to talk about one another.
That's right. Yeah, that's
the
right.
Creator gave us feelings to feel.
There you go.
Our way.
There you go.
Always in pleasantness, pleasure, goodness.
Right on.
We can feel when something is not bad.
That's right.
We can feel when something is not good.
That's right.
That's because you have truth. You are the truth. We have to understand that things have happened before we came with a vivid awareness, a lucidity of we are thinking our own thoughts. Before that, we don't know that. We've been following our parents. We've been following schools. We've been following organizations. We've been following institutions. We never, and none of these never pointed to self.
None of them.
So now that Jesus have all this time been pointing to self and not to himself, pointing to yourself, this is where the work has to be done. You cannot get rewarded without labor. Heaven is a reward for you laboring and fixing your own perfect mind. So you can see yourself through yourself by yourself. All of us is a self of each other.
That's right.
When something's wrong, something is wrong. When something is right, something is right.
Mhm.
If we are all connected, then when we're talking about a community, then we are talking about a breath of life,
Mhm.
that we are affected from each other's states of being,
That's right.
that we want each other in a healthy state.
Mhm.
A unhealthy body is a sad mind.
Mhm.
We got to always remember that heaven has to do with a good mind.
That's
And a
right.
good mind is going to always have good health.
Right on.
Good health is the stream that supply your life.
Mhm.
If we don't have a health, we can't live with our children. We can't see them
Can't
grow.
enjoy 'em,
I
that's
want
right.
to see
Gonna be
these
happy.
things happen and transform.
You wanna live longer?
See what they be and become.
Yeah. You wanna live longer.
Right. And we can only do that by being obedient to the law.
Mhm.
And that's what most churches don't talk about, is the law of life, which is the law of self.
Mhm.
And so that's what we're talking about.
Oh yeah. 11. The people were amazed and gathered close to hear this stranger, young master speak. 12. Imploring him to tell them more about Father God, Allah, about the heaven that men can make on earth, about the boundless joy.
I like that word.
So let's just use our imagination here and just take an outlook and see what's going on. You see, is anybody creating an atmosphere of boundless joy, or just the opposite, of misery, oppression, frustration, all bad, the damage of mind.
Mhm.
And 13, and Jesus spoke a parable. He said, a certain man possesses a field, hard and poor. 14, by constant toil, sacred scarcely could provide enough of food to keep his family from wanting. Barely. 15, one day a miner who could see beneath the soil, in passing on his way, saw this poor man and his unfruitful field. 16, he called the weary toiler and he said, my brother, know you not that just below the surface of your barren field, rich treasure lie concealed.
Mhm. That's what we're talking about here.
Maybe that's what Jesus was saying when I used to read the Bible, and I used to read that scripture where he said, greater is he that's in you than he that is in the world. And I used to always dwell on that. What's so great within me? And I'm constantly trying to figure out. I saw what I saw in the mirror, but I'm talking about within,
Yes, within.
deep down inside. And it's a strange, it ain't strange, but in order for us to live, we gotta what? Inhale. Bring it in. Bring it in.
Bring it in.
Bring it. And what he was doing. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. And because it's bringing back to what you were saying about greater in the world and greater in you.
Yeah,
The one that's in you is greater than existence.
that's right.
When I say you created yourself, that means you had to be existing before even existence. This is why we have to understand who is in your body. Don't listen to the people who don't know who is in your body.
Yeah, there's somebody in there.
You was before the sun, the moon, and the stars, and the universe.
Can you imagine that?
You was with your creator, not figuratively.
That's right.
Literally.
Yeah.
This is why you speak word. No other living creature speak word.
Sure
And no other creature can say la, la, la. Only man. When we understand what we're talking about, this is the rich treasures.
Mm-hmm.
Do it cause you to think up of words? Or do it cause you to go get some cereal? Now, when we're talking about the treasures that's within, a lot of people haven't opened their chest up. In order to access the treasure, first you got to know it exists. Then you got to go and get it. Then you got to open it up. Then you got to see what it's all filled with so your boundless joy can be filled. So this is what we're talking about. You have eternal life.
Mm-hmm.
This is why the resurrection is true.
Mm-hmm.
The resurrection is about you understanding the powers that live within you. Only life cannot die. We hear what I'm saying? Life cannot die. So what is dying is not life.
That's right.
Self is life. You wouldn't have no life if you didn't have a self. Self is connected to this law of the creator.
There you go.
That's giving you the free will and the divine right of use to use your hands, feet, mind, body, spirit, soul.
Beautiful.
All
Ooh,
whole. When we talking all, we talking about all, nothing missing. You have all within you, every attribute of God.
That's right.
So if you want to invest in that self-knowledge, that's what's the most rewarding. These other investments that self are investing into is not going to be as promising, and it's not going to be as rewarding, and it's not going to be everlasting, eternal happiness. We're reading and studying how to obtain eternal happiness. I mean, the sun out every day in life from this point on. And that's a beautiful for us all.
And I like to say this too, also that when we see everybody, and most of everybody go after career like becoming a basketball player, football player, whatever, and the fame and rapping and fame and the fortune. Do you ever see the results on the other end? All that they gain, you ever notice how
They're killing themselves.
how they all see? This is what I'm trying to say is we focus on the wrong thing. I know a lot of people love football, basketball. I love it myself. And music and all that stuff. But you don't want to get, and most folks focus on them but their job and been there 30 years. How for that job to get you? The only thing that job gonna do for you is just take care of your daily habits. It won't take you no further. It ain't got nothing to do with eternity. I just put it point blank. Don't waste your time going after the stuff that's not infinite. 17. You plunge and sow and reap in a scanty way, and day by day you tread upon a mine of gold and precious stone. 18. This wealth
lies not upon the surface of the ground, but if you will dig away the rocky soil and delve down into the earth, you need no longer tip the soil for no.
That's the answer to us finding ourselves. To find yourself is to find your mind.
See?
To find your mind is to find heaven.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You must labor for it.
Mm-hmm.
Did y'all know anything that's in existence that you don't labor for?
Mm-hmm.
So when we're talking about your highest, most wealthiest
Mm-hmm.
$1 trillion asset is within self.
Yeah.
We must, in a scanty way,
Mm.
they say we have plowed and sowed and reaped.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if we look at our ways to where we are now,
Yeah.
would you consider your actions in the way of plowing and sowing and reaping in a scanty way?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Or would you say day by day you have treaded upon yourself in order to increase your own wealth so you can be that to others? If you have no money, you can't give no money. If you have no mind, you can't give no knowledge.
That's right.
This comes with knowledge of actually laboring for it. Just like people who got money can outcash me right now. That's just personal. But everything will reverse in its condition.
Right.
But you have to sacrifice things in order to retrieve and have and attain.
Mm-hmm.
So in order to have good health in a physical way, we have to put down sickness.
Mm-hmm.
It's foods that's making us sick.
Yeah.
It's certain drinking liquids that's making us sick.
Yeah.
These things are now passing through our organs,
There you go.
hitting the bloodstream, and now dirtying up the bloodstream, where it's now dirtying up the mind.
There you go.
If the blood is clean in the body, the mind is clean up top. The only way the body begins to start feeling disequilibrated is through when the mind is not feeding the proper thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
Your thoughts hit your bloodstream. So when women want to be very mindful of their nervous system, y'all have one of the best highways to alertness and awareness to what's really going on in the entire world. And the more you silent, as the beginning opening in silent meditation, this is where all this is unfolded at. It's not in the noise of today.
That's right.
It's in the quietness of self.
That's right.
And when you reach the quietness of self, self will speak to you.
Mm-hmm.
Allah will speak to you.
Mm-hmm.
Allah is your higher self,
Mm-hmm.
not your lower self. So we talking about the best of everything, your best cells, your best tissues, your best bones, your best look, your best everything. That's what Allah represents, the best of your qualities. And that you have to search, you have to look, you have to labor for them. If you don't labor for them, you can't work for your higher.
That's right.
So when we talking about the reward, there's two rewards with knowledge. One is the knowledge of self. One is the knowledge of self, and the other is the attaining that knowledge.
Yeah.
So one thing is working for heaven, but the other thing is to attain heaven while on earth. It's not the apartment, it's not the car that's attaining heaven. It's attaining the mind. See, the mind got the car, the mind got the apartment, but we reversing it and letting the apartment and the car become stronger than the mind.
That's what
the man and the woman is the only creature that can make up in their mind things more powerful than themselves. This is what you have to be careful of. You can make things with your mind more powerful than yourself. This is why you have to have balance.
That's right.
Because we are creating things that are bigger than ourselves, and our knowledge haven't unfolded to it yet. And so it becomes bigger and it seems overwhelming. But once we understand how awareness expands and not the thought expand, This is what we doing. We expanding with thoughts, but not expanding in awareness. Dang, each thing I buy create me a bill. If I keep creating bills, then I'm gonna have to keep working. If I keep working, I'll never be free. And then if I'm never free, I'll never have time for what I've created. My children, family, life.
You ain't got time for me to work.
Yes, you need life even to work.
That's right.
So when we are speaking about a community, this is where all this comes into one ecosystem. Like just how we in an ecosystem right now, everything is flourishing beauty. We saying that's how a community should be. It should be where all is not doing the same thing, but we all equally come together because it all helps each other, like the right arm, left leg, right leg. They work together to function the unit of self. So if we can learn that and begin to bring that as an archetype that we produce, then we can begin to have a heaven on earth in a physical form, just through our minds linking to that thought. And when that thought is superseded by that feeling, the feeling of love or the heart shall overwhelm any thought that any man and woman have for each other. That you should love life itself enough to that something small as a error, something small as a mistake, don't make you displeased with that quality of a person. The Creator put y'all together for a reason, and it's for good qualities.
There you go.
We both have all good qualities that we have to bring out of each other in order for the sun to shine. We have to remove the clouds to receive them precious stones.
Beautiful. And we'll see.
Just to piggyback real quick. So
Go
we
right
were
ahead.
speaking on this morning. We were speaking on within abstinence. Oh man, we spoke this morning. Sufa 48.
Wow.
True faith does not live outside of a community, but within it. And everything you just spoke.
See that?
Just made a correlation
See
to
that?
what we were already having a conversation about.
That's right.
So that was just me.
That's right.
That's it.
That's right.
That's it.
And relationship should be the same way. We cultivate. And like my son said, if you got a little small problem, you should be able to overlook it and fix that. Same as vice versa. Ain't nothing y'all can't do with the power that y'all have. It's time for us to use our power wisely.
I'm glad you pointed that out. True faith.
True. Not false.
True faith.
Okay, let's see. What number?
20.
What number? 20?
19.
Now, the man believed the miner surely knows, and I will find the treasure hid in my field. 20. And then he dug away the rocky soil, and deep down in the earth, he found a mine of gold. 21. It was there all along, but he's saying it's gold, and he ain't got nothing. And see, and that's why we got to be careful when we hear the word, we poor, and we don't have nothing. You're a lie.
That's right.
You saying because I don't have no money, I'm poor. So you don't let money determine who I am.
That's what they hijacked us.
I'm pointing out something here.
Put that
See,
virus
this what's
on.
going on now. It's after the money. We ain't worried about love nor life no more.
That's why we have to bring in our life experiences.
That's right.
That's what celebrities are here to teach us. They're here to teach us that for people who think money is the answer, that it don't make a man have character, have good quality, that treat women well, want children to be safe,
Right on.
don't want no deadly or disaster.
That's right.
All safety.
That's right.
I just have a question for this line. What is the treasures? And then what is the field? and myself.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Number 20 says, deep down in the earth.
Earth.
This is what a beautiful question.
Yeah.
Deep down in the earth, what do we know the earth to be?
One big atom.
Oh, yes, it's one big atom containing all, right?
That's right.
So now it said in yourself, deep down in your earth.
Your earth. Uh-oh.
Your earth.
Uh-oh.
And the woman. Oh, yeah, I took the tissue out. The earth is the heart. So we have to dig. Let me make sense. Put the in earth, put the HS at the end, at the beginning.
Uh-oh.
See, the woman is the earth and the heart. She gives birth to living souls or sons.
That's right.
They form in her uterus or universe.
How about that?
In the darkness, in the three measures of 11, 3 trimesters. So when we understand it, this is what it's talking about.
Mm-hmm.
We have to get back into that essence. Since we have getting older and older, more accumulation have accumulated like dust.
Yeah.
And we forgetting about this essence that we all was born as.
Yeah.
Remember, it was a time when you didn't see him in the sonogram with the ultrasound, but he was there. And that's what we all came from.
That's right.
And now we here.
We here.
But we can't forget about that essence, that treasure that
There
lived
you go,
hidden.
Way down inside.
The child is there, but it's hidden
Mm-hmm.
until the sound of the heartbeat start forming and formulating. So the treasures now is all the attributes of God within the heart.
Right on.
Hidden in the mind, the self.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the field.
That's the field, the body. That's why it said a tree that does not bring forth good fruit. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
What are your fruits? You produce apples and oranges, or tangerine, or pineapple. What do it mean something else? This ain't get deep.
Oh yeah, and it's very literal. That's
Can
why.
you imagine a tree of life? Think about that. Out in the garden. Go ahead, son.
Because it says, it's telling us what you're gonna find. This ain't nothing that's written is not a lie. It's telling you you're gonna find pure 24 karat gold. This is what you're searching for within yourself. Your 24 karat pure gold. You shall find if you go search. And that will be the self. This is what we have to understand. Like we're saying, before he took on his name, he existed.
Yeah.
He exists as his name right now, but his soul was already in the womb. So when we're talking about it's the same way, that's the goal. That invisible self that no one knew until it created itself for you to know.
Manifestation.
So we're talking about not the manifest, but the unmanifest. The unmanifest is where the gold is. How did the unmanifest the gold come?
There you go.
You finna give us some more game on it.
Here we go. "21. And Jesus said, the sons of men are toiling hard on desert plain and burning sand and rocky soil, are doing what their father did, not dreaming they can do aught else." "22. Behold, a master comes and tell them of a hidden wealth that underneath the rocky soil of carnal things are treasure that no man can count. Hmm?
Mm.
23. That in the heart, the richest germ abound. That he who will may open the door and find them all. You go all in Allah. Good. Hmm? The richest germ abound.
Tell what I call something. He who wills.
He who wills.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful intention.
Mm-hmm. 24. And then the people said, make known to us the way that we may find the wealth that lies within the heart. Hmm? In the heart. 25, last verse. And Jesus opened up the way. The toiler saw another side of life. And toil became a joy.
What a beautiful moral lesson right there.
Is that more? Is that? And it's plain and simple.
Mm-hmm.
What we see today in all this government system and state and federal and all this, they done set up shop. And ain't nothing in that but toil and trouble. And if you see everything that they do, toils and snares.
Mm-hmm.
So this lesson teaches us how to obtain eternal happiness. So once we find happiness within ourselves, now you happy. What if you was to meet somebody else that don't find themselves? They happy. You think y'all can put that happiness together? And be just why be sad? Who wants to be wake up and be sad every day?
That's right. That's right.
I'm about joy myself.
That's right.
And I try to have it each and every day, y'all. That's the way I want it.
It's telling us how you keep it.
And it's telling you just how to go about to obtain it. Right?
Mm-hmm.
The eternal happiness, not just pleasure happiness. And emotion and feeling happiness. So sometimes you just feel good, you're happy. Or somebody might say
What happened on your last for a split second.
That's it right there. Like,
All right.
before we move on, yeah, any questions on eternal happiness?
Yeah, on eternal happiness.
Because that's one of my favorite chapters.
Mm-hmm.
because of that eternal happiness. That's
Yeah.
shocking for me
Yeah.
when
It
I
is.
first came across it.
Yeah.
And laboring for that is a real effect.
Oh,
That's why I want to be the model for it.
Right on.
I don't have much physically, but you will see I'm very happy. And this is why the same
That's
thing what
right.
we read.
That's right.
Now the physical gonna come exactly how the happiness came from labor.
There you go.
So, but we have to understand that it's something inside of us that is the money.
That is. Right on.
That the money ain't external as we thought it was.
You sure my name?
It's internal.
Mm-hmm.
See, it's not Diddy money that got him in trouble. It's Diddy internal that got him in trouble.
Sure it is. Ooh, I ain't know. No one.
Have the money.
Hey, check
You
this
can
out.
have the money, that's
Hey,
what I'm
but-
saying.
Hey, but check this out. Look at his title and his name. He set up for shop. He said, bad boy.
That's a good
He
point.
letting you know. He trouble. And he told y'all, bad boy entertainment. You don't know what come with bad.
Whatever he does to you,
There you go.
take that.
Take that.
Man, I ain't realized he had went around there and been that many men and all these rappers
Does
and
to
all
your
of them.
society, take that.
It's take that.
Drugging them.
And that's what we're saying. These people that's in those positions could be doing exactly what I'm doing. In other words,
That's right.
I'm bringing it back into reality.
Right on.
Why they don't have things opening up to help men and
Instead
women
of harm.
see
Yeah,
themselves
Yeah.
instead of bringing them in and using them.
yeah.
And whoever knows what else is going on.
That's right.
But children should be safe, women should be
That's
safe,
right.
and men should be protected. Without that existing in our black community, we will become extinct.
That's right.
No other nation care if we come extinct.
There you go.
We got to care about ourselves.
Right on.
The woman ain't letting us go extinct. She letting them, she keep birth.
Yeah, and somebody else.
But-
too. That's right.
She can only give what she's giving. If the man ain't giving a great seed,
Mm-hmm.
if he ain't
Yeah,
expelling a
protecting.
great seed to change this world.
That's right.
Remember, Jesus or Buddha, they came out the woman.
That's right.
So we have to remember great men come out of great women.
Right on.
So we have to understand the equality, that we all have something here to bring that's equal of a measure. For the man, he got to be upright in quality,
That's
in
right.
character,
Mhm.
and in virtue.
Right on.
If not, then he's going to reproduce that as a seed.
There you go.
And so this is what we have to understand. We are all in it together,
Mm-hmm.
but when we separate, that's when we're not in it together.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Just the self upon the self,
Mm-hmm.
love upon love, peace upon peace.
Yes, indeed. Mm-hmm.
How long is the next chapter?
This show.
For sure.
17 super.
Oh, okay, yeah, we got time. I'm not reading.
Oh,
Go ahead.
chapter 13. Life and works of Esau in Egypt among the Gentiles. 1. Esau and Elihu and Salom in Egypt tells the story of his journeys. Elihu and Salom praise Allah, and Esau goes to the temple in Heliopolis and is received as a pupil. So that right there showed me that Esau went to learn.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful.
He knew nothing.
Yeah.
He was already in a state of nothingness. He's going to learn. He's a pupil
He's a
of
pupil.
truth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so he wasn't just the son of God. He had to learn the knowledge
That's right.
of the Son of God.
There you go.
That's what we all are here to do.
Mm-hmm.
And Esau came to Egypt land, and all was well. He tarried not upon the coast. He went at once to Zoan, home of Elihu and Salom, who 25 years before had taught his mother in their sacred school.
Mm.
Not for the adult, 5 and 2.
Oh, boy.
So on the right.
There you go. Had taught his mother.
Look.
See, Jesus was only great because his mother, what he came out of.
Mhm.
When we talking about his mother was
Yeah.
great, she
Yeah.
had his knowledge.
Sure.
Y'all think Jesus had that knowledge, but she had that knowledge now. And his father, he come from the seed of righteousness,
There you
consciousness.
go. There you go.
His father was a Joseph, but you know they
Yeah.
don't put it in the story form of that. But this is how we all get here. We all have a father and a mother.
That's
You don't get no flesh without having both.
That's
That's how the Creator created.
right.
3. And there was joy when met these three. When Laugh, the son of Mary, saw these sacred groves, he was a babe.
Mm.
And now a man,
Mm.
grown, strong by
Mm.
buffetings of every kind.
Mm.
Now, to the adept now, remember in the first section, man must develop, thought must be developed by what? So a soldier never knows his foes.
Oh, soldier never knows his true strength without a foe.
And thought must be exercised
By the Holy
by strength.
by strength, okay.
Now, that's why this is coming here grown strong. Remember, he was in the wilderness before we got here. He done sat 40 days. He done overcome his lower self, which is the thoughts.
Mm.
So this is what we all have to do. We're going to have thoughts coming into our mind.
Yeah.
That's the challenge here.
Yeah, having you doing wrong things.
Can you upgrade them?
Yeah.
Can you transform it
Yeah.
to love?
That's right.
That's the challenge we all going to face here.
That's right.
With thoughts.
There you go. Huh?
You know, I love it now. Come on.
What she say?
Mom said they can get hard sometimes.
That's right. But that's right.
Yeah, there's certain thoughts.
That's right.
A teacher who had stirred the multitudes in many lands. And Esau told the aged teachers all about his life, about his journeyings in foreign lands, about the meetings with the masters, and his kind reception. Receptions by the multitude. 6. Elihu and Salom heard his story with delight. They lifted up their eyes to heaven and said, O Father God Allah, let now thy servants go in peace. For we have seen the glory of Allah. 7. And we talked with him, the messenger of love, and of the covenant of peace on earth, goodwill to men. Through him shall all the nations of earth be blessed. Through him, Emmanuel. 9. And Esau stayed in Zoan many days, and then he went forth into the city of the sun, that men called Heliopolis, and sought admission to the temple of the sacred brotherhood. The council of the brotherhood convened, and Esau stood before the hierophant. He answered all questions that were asked with clearness and with power. The hierophant exclaimed, Rabboni of the rabbinate, why come you here? Your wisdom is the wisdom of the gods. Why seek for wisdom in the halls of men?
We finna get it.
Hey, sound like the Lord now. Sound like this.
And Esau said, In every way of life, I would walk.
Mm.
In every hall of learning, I would sit.
Mm.
The heights that any man has gained, these I would gain. What any man has suffered, I would meet, that I may know the griefs, the disappointments, and the sore temptations of my brother man, that I may know just how to. See that old version here.
Oh, yeah. So,
What is it? How
to succor.
how to succor those in need.
Mm-hmm.
14. I pray you, brothers, let me go into your dismal crypts, and I will pass the hardest of your tests. The master said, take then the vow of secret brotherhood. And Esau took the vow of secret brotherhood. Again, the master spoke. He said, the greatest heights are gained by those who reach the greatest depths. And you shall reach the greatest depths.
Deep down in the earth. Our previous lesson connects with this lesson.
The guide then led the way, and in the fountain Esau bathed. And when he had been clothed in proper garb, he stood again before the heifer.
It's a beautiful, beautiful one. And there's two types of wisdoms. The wisdom of God and the wisdom of men. All of it exists in one reality called the earthly life. There's nothing that does not exist that's in existence that's not in the earth life. So whatever you want to be, with all the attributes you already have, you don't have to attain nothing you already have. You have to use what you have. It's a big difference. You don't have to go out and earn money. You just use what you have to earn money.
Yeah.
When we say use, that's talking about your mind.
Right.
Your mind is money, money, money.
That's right.
This is what it's teaching.
Because see, if your mind ain't clear and straight, you can't go out and do nothing. Just like I'm going out and do this job today. If I didn't have knowledge and the right thought, I couldn't do it. See? And then it's gonna help me and help them as well. So it's all about goodwill.
Yeah,
goodwill to all. I just don't want happiness myself. I want to see everybody in here happy.
That's what makes it eternal right there.
That's right. That's
all of us happy.
Right.
The sister, what up, girl?
Yeah.
Anybody want to reach out to 14? Hey, bring that female power to us. Hey, all this masculine talking. Hey,
You gonna try to do one more? Oh, that's it.
I think
What time is it?
1:30.
Huh? 30 more minutes. All right.
Okay. That's 3. What chapter is this?
Okay,
14?
yes, ma'am.
14? Okay. the John the Harbinger returns to Hebron, lives as a hermit in the wild, visits Jerusalem, and speaks to the people. Number one, it came to pass when John, the son of Zacharias and Elizabeth, had finished all his studies in the Egyptian schools, he returned to Hebron, where he
Board.
abode for certain days. Number two, and then he sought the wilderness and made his home in David's cave, where many years before he was instructed by the Egyptian sage. 3, some people called him hermit. Engaddi.
Oh, that's a good one.
Am I saying that right?
In Jedi.
Okay, in Jedi, there we go. Some people called him hermit of Engaddi, and others said he is the wild man of the hills.
The savage. See, that's what they bad about calling the Indians.
That's good.
You just seen call all them savage. Call us that, the savage and everything else bad. Oh, they did that. I'm gonna go ahead.
4, he clothed himself with skins of beasts. His food was carobs.
I ain't never heard of
His
that.
food was carobs, honey, nuts, and fruits. When John was 30 years of age, he went into Jerusalem, and in the marketplace he sat in silence 7 days. The common people and the priests, the
Scribes and Pharisees.
The scribes and Pharisees came out in multitudes to see the silent hermit of the hills, but none were bold enough to ask him who he was. But when his silent past was done, he stood forth in the midst of all and said, "Behold, the king has come." The prophets told of him. The wise men long have looked for him. Prepare, O Israel, prepare to meet your king. And that was all he said, and then he disappeared, and no one knew where he had gone. And there was great unrest through all Jerusalem. The rulers heard the story of the hermit of the hills. And they sent couriers forth to talk with him that might know about the coming king, but they could find him not.
Good job.
And after certain days, he came again into the marketplace, and all the city came to hear him speak. He said, "Be not disturbed, you rulers of the state. The coming king is no antagonist. He seeks no place on any earthly throne. The eyes of men shall see it not, and none can enter but the pure in heart. Prepare, O Israel, prepare to meet your king." Again, the hermit disappeared. The people strove to follow him, but he had drawn a veil about his form, and men could not see him. Could see him not, sorry. Jewish feast day came. Jerusalem was filled with Jews. Was that proselytes? Okay. Jewish feast day came. Jerusalem was filled with Jews and proselytes from every part of Palestine. And John stood in the temple court and said, "Prepare, O Israel, prepare to meet your king. So you have lived in sin. The poor cry in your streets, and you regard them not. Your neighbors, who are they? You have defrauded friends and foes alike. You worship Allah with voice and lip. Your hearts are far away and set on gold.
Money, honey.
Your priests have bound upon the people's burdens, far too great to bear. They live in ease upon the hard-earned wages of the poor. Your priests have bound upon the poor people's burdens, far too great to bear. They live in ease upon the hard-earned wages of the poor. Okay.
Look at it. Look at it. Look at
It
it.
sound like us, ain't
Sound like us, don't it? Look at it, y'all. This is what I'm talking about.
Your lawyers, doctors, scribes are useless.
Cumberers.
Cucumber. Oh, come. Okay. Look like cucumber.
Lawyers, doctors, scribes are useless cumberers of the ground. They are but tumors on the body of the state.
Look at that. Look at that.
State.
Lawyers and doctors.
They toil not, neither do they spin, yet they consume the profits of your marts of trade.
Look at that. Somebody.
Your rulers are adulterers,
Look at that.
extortioners, and thieves,
Look at that.
regarding not the rights of any man.
See that? Your rulers.
Your rulers are adulterers, extortioners, and thieves, regarding not the rights of any man. I didn't hear. And robbers ply their calling in the sacred hills. The holy temple you have sold to thieves. Their dens are in the sacred places set apart for prayer. Hear, hear, you people of Jerusalem. Reform, turn from your evil ways, or Allah will turn from you, and heathen from afar will come. And what is left of all your honor and your fame will pass in one short hour. Prepare, Jerusalem, prepare to meet your king. He said no more. He left the court, and no one saw him go. The priests, the doctors, and the scribes were all enraged. They sought for John, intent to do him harm.
Look at that.
They found him not.
Look at that. Bad intention.
Man, look who's about to do it.
Rulers, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Rulers are adulterers. All this here.
Adulterers, extortioners.
Yeah, and all this here going on in
Right now.
sorcery right now. And our rulers are, look what Biden and Israel doing right now.
Mm-hmm.
And then the whole world now call for them to stop, but they two big bullies with two big guns and big ships. And can't nobody tell them what to do. You see, this is what I'm talking about. And I'm seeing the picture real clear here, y'all, because I'm paying attention. That tells me that the majority of America feel the same way them Christians. There ain't nobody saying a mumbling word. Whatever they do.
Mm-hmm. She read it beautifully when she read regarding not the rights of anyone.
Anyone, that's right. That's right. That's right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we almost done, King.
Almost done. About to wind it up now.
We're almost done, King.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yep. So we see all what's going on in this society, in this world, and ain't nobody fix our problem but us, and we gonna have to do it. We cannot wait on no one else to fix it. If ain't nobody came to our rescue and help us by now, forget about it. We have the best of the best.
We have the best of the best.
Mm-hmm. Pot of gold.
Oh yes. No.
I thought I did it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, she finished. Yeah, that's it.
Thank you so much for doing that.
Did good.
Hey, yes, man, we need to hear more of your voice. Yes.
Mhm.
Mhm.
I get shot, sorry.
Huh?
I said public speaking is not my birthday.
Hey, me neither,
Would you believe? Would you believe that I'm a better reader now than I was in high school? Yeah. By me studying and reading with K.O.S, man, that made me pretty good. Because I'm reading all the time now. But I'm here to tell you, I've had, and then within the last 13 years, I've learned more than my first 60 years. How about that? Ain't that something?
I missed some
The
words.
last 13 years, I learned more than the whole 60.
Pronunciation.
Hey, me too.
Well, I ain't the best now, because I'm a little Titanic, and I have trouble
Hey,
with
you can
certain
say my
words.
forte.
I do the best I can, and I keep
It's none
on
of our forte.
Thank you. It's none of our forte.
Plain and simple. It's none of our forte.
That's the truth right there. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was so beautifully read. And it all said itself.
Yeah.
The most important thing we want to keep in mind is the rights of each other.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
Do she have the right? Do he have the right
Yeah.
to feel, think the way they
There
do?
you go. That's right.
And this is how we need to be respectful to each other.
And that's right. And respect each other to feel that way.
Right. It's your right to
Just
think,
for a moment,
believe
that's right.
the way you feel.
Yeah,
And there's nothing wrong with that.
that's right.
Because that's a right afforded to us all. And if we don't exercise that,
Mhm.
then we lose it.
That's
Or
right.
we waive our rights.
Mhm. That's correct.
So let's go and get going so we can get our baby. Mm-hmm. We're gonna have some fun. So any more questions before I close the live stream?
Can you tell how many listening today? Is it on that?
Once we close it.
Oh, once closed. Okay. I know we had 8 before.
Because I'm
we
still
did
sharing the
4
screen. Mhm.
Well, I hope they got a clear picture of heaven and hell. You know, and we got to remember they sold us a dream. If it ain't Martin Luther King, it's some other dream.
American dream.
The American,
Mhm.
yeah, that's the main one. The American dream.
Yeah.
And when you think about America in the dream, and you think about America and the one running the show, they got an ugly reputation. So you might not want to become part of the American dream, because all I see is imperialism. Taking what's not there.
Cannibalism.
In proclaiming, that's not even mentioned that cannibalism too. Can you imagine people used to eat people?
That's right. That happened.
People eat people?
Mhm.
Huh? Yeah, she going to. Okay, she took me back from I think. Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll close in the name of the divine creator of all existence, peace and love, and why